up, What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Oshi chapter 165. And before we get into the second to last recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable well above a kitty, somewhere around here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we're doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So I can have my full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's fantastic for when we cover anime original content, like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, or for the anime original content in Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. And by the way, we do have the first episode and the most recent episode available for free on Patreon because, man, it's share-sama. It's a damn good share, and the world needs to see it. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And that does include the next season of Oshi. There's a stacked fall anime season in full swing and more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. And stay tuned to the end of the video because, man, I got a little bit of a rant about what's happening in this fandom because it is driving me up the wall. So, I'm really glad you guys agree with me about last chapter because, man, it was just a wee bit disjointed because the aqua content that was there, in all reality, should have been in 163, specifically at the start of 163, leading into the dream sequence, and where Aqua was, floating serenely in the sea, should have been at the end of the chapter. And yeah, you could make the argument that it could have been like the second page of last chapter, and then have the fisherman find him, in the sea. Like, I really wanted to see a little bit more of, like, the social media response to Aqua's death. I wanted to see, like, a little bit more of the events from, like, B. Kamachi, the side of things leading up to it. Like, I just wanted more from it. But I did like the stuff from Akane, though. So we did get that. I'm hoping we get a little bit more from Arima and Ruby as well. But ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing this portion of the aftermath because we're going to find out what went down with Kamiki here. So let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled, And Then. After that, Nino-san responded to the questioning so honestly that it was scary. Thanks to this, the police were able to gather evidence of various incidents little by little. There were many people like Nino-san, and there were more victims than we thought. Damn! Let's see how many victims were killed here. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was 7! And that's including I and Goro. Damn, hold on a second. So there was 5 suspects, right, that were doing this? And I'm trying to think. Was it the same for Jujika no Rokunin in terms of, like, Kyo's manipulation? I think it was. Dude, it was. Right? Hold on a second. I have to double check this because if it is, that's going to be freaking insane. Dude, it's the same with Kyo and Jujika no Rokunin! This is so wild. So, if you have not read Jujika no Rokunin, I don't understand why. That manga is my guilty pleasure for one thing, but it is amazing. I love it. And I'm covering it later today, the next chapter. But, what Kyo did is that he had 5 specimens as well, or he was manipulating for his experiment, quote unquote. And well, he used 4 of them to try and push Aruma to. The goal was to get Aruma to kill himself, but we found out last week we've been finding out recently there was more to it. Oh my god, it's just insane. But I bring it up because we're seeing here in Oshinoko with the suspects that there's 5 here too, and there's A, B, C, D, and E. This is so wild. Oh my god, what a trip. But yeah, this is incredible. Hikaru Kamiki was an undeniable monster. His involvement in each case doesn't show any incriminating evidence beyond him instigating the murders in the first place. Dude, this is Kyo! Oh my god, this is fucking Kyo! Kyo did the same thing. Well, up to a point. Kyo didn't, like for example, with the Aruma's parents, or with Aruma shit, he instigated it. He didn't do the stuff himself. A lot of the fuckery he didn't do himself. He had the cult do it. He instigated it. That's what I'm like, dude, this is so crazy how similar this is to Kyo. Dude, a lot of this shit that we've been seeing is so similar to Kyo. Like, what is this? How are we doing this like 6 degrees of Kyo? What the fuck? How is this all happening? How is this happening? Oh my god, did you get a Rokunin readers? I can't be the only one that thinks this is crazy. I can't be the only one thinking this and how crazy this is. Oh my god. Wait a minute, I'm trying to think about the other one that we saw in the cult not too long ago. It was dude, that's right, that was Momoki that did that to that fucker. That turned that fucker basically into a cat. Dude, this is straight up Kyo. This is! If I had told you I wanted to be a decoy, I'm sure you'd have been pissed and told me not to do anything dangerous. He did, though! He told you not to do this shit! I wish you would have at least left a letter behind, but if I had said that, I need to play the victim. Well, no shit! He's not gonna leave a letter behind. He ain't stupid. Aqua is not stupid. He is not leaving anything behind. He's not leaving any paper trail. He's not dumb. If I leave a note, the police will suspect me of the crime. We didn't need to take that risk. Duh! That definitely would have been your answer. But it would have been important to those left behind so they could sort out their feelings. Well, those left behind, there's a chance they could have gone to the media. Duh! You ain't stupid. I mean, it was tough at the funeral, especially for Kana-chan. Yeah. You fool. You idiot. Oh, she slapped his butt and she slapped him. Oh, and then she got slapped too. I told you, didn't I? If you die, I'll slap you and curse you. I did exactly as promised. So you should keep your promise too. You promised you wouldn't say you were you promised you wouldn't say you were going to die again, didn't you? You said it yourself, you liar, 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 liar. Dude, I'm happy with this. I haven't said it yet. I haven't told you that I love you. Come back to life. I'm begging you. Come back to life now. I'm begging you. Come back, Aqua. Now this is what I wanted to see. I don't want this. On the day of the concert. Thank you. Now this is what I wanted. Fuck last chapter. Why did last chapter happen then? This should, fuck. The majority, last chapter, you could have combined what we had last chapter with this chapter. Dude, what the hell? Now I'm annoyed. Because as I said at the beginning of this video in the recap, the Aqua content should have been at the start of 163, and with the final page being Aqua floating in the sea serenely. This content here should have been in last chapter. should have been last chapter. On the day of the concert, I heard that Kana-chan was looking for you all the time. She had been looking for you and that white glow stick of yours. Which we did, see, that glow stick we saw in that glow stick we saw in chapter 163. Needless to say, Kana-chan isn't the only one who's sad. Oh, everyone's there. Remember what Aqua said. You know what? I'm going to pull this up about what Aqua said in regards to what was said when Aqua and the god were talking about leaving the loved ones behind. It was this. This is what he said. Aqua said this. Didn't I just selfishly die, leave my sister behind and cause trouble to those around me? But the god said this, though. But right before, good grief, is that really what you want to say right before your death? I can't believe you were still worrying about such childish things. But yeah, but this, though, I think this is relevant to this. No, I don't think this is relevant. Okay, but that, though, so yeah. We'll release this movie. We don't need to consider public opinion. But it was because of this movie that Aqua-san, that's exactly why. Can we shelve his posthumous work just because of public opinion? Yeah, exactly! That's why Aqua did this shit in the first place. Was so that it protected Ruby's image from public opinion. But yeah, fuck that! Release it! I won't quit even if I have to post the master tape online. Yeah! Go Kaburagi-san! Fine, let's push ahead with releasing this movie, but if something happens, I'll take responsibility. That's my job. Yeah! That's my job as the producer, right? The movie was a huge hit. I heard that it was the 6th most viewed movie this year. Then again, news of you was being spread everywhere like an advertisement, so it was only natural, I guess. But what you were probably most concerned about is Ruby-chan. She hasn't left the house since then. I've lost another one. The people I care about always seem to leave me. Ruby, I feel you, man. I'm sure Ruby-chan will never return to the front stage again. That's what I thought, but you probably already knew this, huh? People aren't as fragile as they appear. But that's the thing, though. Aqua knows that here's the thing. I want to read what Akane said here again, because that really kind of frustrated me. I'm sure Ruby-chan will never return to this front stage again. That's what I thought. But you probably already knew this, huh? People aren't as fragile as they appear. No, because Ruby is not going to do that. She's gonna do it. She's gonna go back on stage. She's gonna do it for Goro and for Aqua and for Ai. She's going to do it for them. Because why, you may ask? Because that's what they would want her to do. They wouldn't want her to mope around like this. No, they wouldn't want her to sit around and just mope, and wouldn't want her to give up on her dream. They would want her to get up and just go and continue to live her life. But she just needs some time to go. Are people are fragile? Yeah, sure. I mean, dude, I've lived this, for fuck's sake. I know this is why I do this. See, for those of you wondering why I do these videos, this is my therapy for a reason. This is how I got through my grieving process, for fuck's sake. Or I'm getting, I know. But it's shit like this. You know, people, I don't think Akane understands this, because she's not the one going through it. Well, she's somewhat going through it, but it's a little bit different for her than for Ruby. Everyone's grieving process is different, right? I mean, look at a good example of this is look at Kochimori, Kitaro Miura's best friend. He is going through obviously the grieving process right now, and because that was his best friend for like decades, and he's still going through the grieving process. He is just, if you follow him on Twitter, you know this. He is still crushed by it. It is destroying him still. It is affecting him still. And it just thinking about it is making me emotional, because I'm seeing it on Twitter, and you can feel how hurt and how heartbroken he is. So it does take time. It does take time. Ruby just needs time to like process it, and when she's ready, she'll be ready, and and the thing that's great about art is a great outlet to like express yourself. And what will be great about this is Ruby will come out of this as a stronger person, not only as a stronger person, but as a stronger artist and a more creative artist. And it's the same thing with Arima. Arima is, because now that she has experienced heartbreak and grief firsthand, she's going to become a better actress from this. And her career is probably going to skyrocket. It's the same thing with Ruby. If she wants to go into acting and do more acting jobs, her career is going to like skyrocket, and she will get more jobs because of this. Because she's actually experienced the emotion she's experienced grief, she's experienced depression, she's experienced sadness, and she's experienced overcoming it. Like, she will be able to get those, she will be able to take on those roles. She could write songs about it. She can do it. But the other thing and like people are saying that this is going to be the worst ending. How is this? I'll get into this in a minute. But as I said, I really feel like you could have gotten rid of the majority of last chapter, and you really could have put the content here, especially the Kamiki content, and you could have had that be last chapter. This really should have been last chapter, in all honesty. Again, I should reword this. You could have had, remember what Akane was saying here about Arima like looking for Aqua's light in the concert and all that. That's like all that shit should have been in last chapter, and have it end like with finding the fisherman finding Aqua's body in the sea and all that. That should have been last chapter. This chapter, I would have liked to see a little bit more of the stuff with Kamiki. I'm not gonna lie, because I think I would have liked to see more of I would have loved to see more with like the suspects. Because again, it's very much like Jujutsu no Rokunin. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see more of it. I wanted to see all the other suspects. That's what I would have loved to see. You could have given me that, like this chapter, and I would have been happy with that. But yeah, actually, I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that this chapter should have been last week's chapter, and this chapter should have been more focused on, like, the Kabiki content? I'm so torn about that. I really am. I really kind of wish that we would have had a little bit less Akane content and had more Kabiki content. I really would have loved to see more of the Kamiki stuff. I do. I would have loved to see more of the Kamiki. I really would have loved to see like more of like all the suspects. I think I understand what people are saying about this ending being rushed. Now I really understand, like, the argument of this ending being rushed, just because I would have liked to see more with the Kamiki, with the suspects. I want to go back to that. And seeing the victims. That's what, like, the other 3 victims and the other suspects. That's what I think. That's why I'm like, okay, I can understand the argument about this being rushed for that reason. If you wanted to give me a little bit more about, like, the suspects, about, like, how Kamiki manipulated them, just give me a chapter just about that, and have that be, like, chapter, have 164 be about, like, the funeral and all that, and then have 165 be about, like, the Kamiki stuff, I would have been so fine with that. That would have been worked for me. I would have been fun. I really would have loved to see that. But I'm very curious what you guys think. How do you guys think that this should have been executed? Do you guys think that, like, 164, in all reality, should have been a little bit more so about, more so about, like, the funeral and all that? Or, like, a little bit more on the social media aspect, or, like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I really think that we should have had a little bit more of, like, of the, again, if the Aqua content was in 163, and you had the funeral content from here, the majority of the funeral content from this chapter in 164, then you could have spent 165 on, like, the Kamiki stuff and getting the movie out to, and yeah, I mean, other stuff, like getting on the Kamiki, like, have this chapter, have half this chapter, maybe half the chapter be, especially if there's, like, more pages, have it be, half of it be on the Kamiki stuff, and half of it be on getting the movie out. Something like that, maybe. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about that. But now, in terms of this being, like, an ass ending, or, like, being the worst, do I think it's the worst? No! People are saying this is going to be, like, the worst ending. Motherfucker, have you read? These motherfuckers have not read Domestic Nakanojo, then. Nothing is going to top Domestic Nakanojo as the worst fucking ending of all times. Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty damn close. I'm not gonna lie. Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty damn close, but Domestic Nakanojo is that fucking bad. The final 10 chapters leading up to it are, like, really add on to the reason why that fucking ending is shit. So if you are telling me, if you're gonna say that Oshinoko is the worst ending, go read Domestic Nakanojo. Go read that shit, and then tell me, then say it again. The other reason is why they're saying these fucks are saying that Oshinoko is going to be the worst ending of all times. They're saying it because Aqua is dead. Motherfucker, are you serious? It was stated, it was basically set up from the beginning that Aqua was going to die. Are you motherfuckers media illiterate or something? We all knew Aqua was going to die the entire time. We all knew it. Like, are you guys, these fucks are probably just so caught up in their ships that that's why they're pissed off about it. Like, all of us knew. The one that I'm not gonna lie, the one that I think, in terms of a death that, like, to an extent surprised us, was, and maybe this could be because of copium, was, Hoseki no Kuni. That one was devastating. Oh my god, that death was fucking devastating. It really, really was. But I swear, the lack of media literacy that's in the Oshinoko community is just unbelievable. My God, I just can't believe it. And that's why I said on Twitter when I saw this in particular, I straight up said, you have not read Domestic na Kanojo, and if you're saying this is the worst ending, then don't read Hoseki no Kuni. And people got confused saying that I was hating Hoseki no Kuni. I'm like, no, I love Hoseki no Kuni's ending. I'm just saying it because of the death at the end of Hoseki no Kuni. These fucks are just stupid. Like, seriously, these people are so stupid. But anyways, I'm curious what you guys think of this whole of this ending. Do I think it's one of the, so far, do I think this is one of the better endings we've had this year so far? Somewhat. I'm just happy that Aqua is dead, for one thing. Because if we had a situation where Aqua was still alive by the end of this, I would have been furious. But, again, my main issue is here, especially with what we got at the beginning of this chapter. I would have liked to see, I want to know more about the other people that were involved in this. I would have liked to see the rest of them. That's my main problem. That's why I can't say this is going to be, like, the best ending. This might be, in terms of, like, this year, this might be in the middle. This might just be in the middle for endings. But man, it's not going to be the worst. We've had way worse endings than this. We've had way worse. But man, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed we're not getting this shit. God damn it. Come on, just give me this. I want to see more of the manipulative shit. I want the Kyo realness. Damn it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think. I think this ending. Here's the thing. And this is why, and remember think about what I've been saying throughout all this. How this could be, fixed. That is why I'm saying this ending is not going to be bad. Because it can actually be fixed. The other endings that we've seen so far that are really bad can't be fixed. Keep that in mind going into this final chapter. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Oshinoko content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!